Hi everyone. Sorry I'm a little late. So we all know why we're here, but I'll go more into it a little bit. But I feel like we should all introduce ourselves to one another. We all know Chris. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
Okay. Let's go this way.
Hi, I'm Keisha. I'm Chris's psychiatrist.
I'm Pam, and I'm Chris's probation officer.
I'm Annalisa, and I'm Chris's CAS worker.
And I'm Natalie, his one-to-one child and youth worker.
And I'm Jessica, his teacher.
And I'm Sarah. I'm the program supervisor at the home. So I've been hearing from Natalie that Chris has some requests at the home. He's been doing really well. But I need some opinions from all of you guys before I move forward with some of the decisions for him to excel further in the program. So first and foremost, I think one of the main things that did you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Chris, do you mind if I share with the team what we talked about a little bit?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, so, Chris has been expressing a little bit of, anxiety and I guess has been feeling a little overwhelmed and frustrated with not being able to have autonomy in the home and to go out into the community, and is feeling a little like he can't really relate to everyone in the home and doesn't feel like he can be friends and get along with the other peers in the home. And so he's expressed that he doesn't really feel like he wants to be here sometimes. We've kind of talked about that more in detail about like how we can make that work for him, which is pretty much why we're bringing it here. And he's also expressed some of his concerns and issues with school and the classroom that he's in and wanting to move classrooms as well. So I told him that these are all valid things that we can talk about today, which we were hoping to resolve and kind of give you a little bit more hope about moving forward with your time here in the program.
Okay. Chris, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I'm so done with all of this shit. I'm at a home where, I'm being treated like I'm some kind of criminal. I can't, I love cooking. I can't even use a knife. Like, they won't let me cook in the kitchen. And I have no friends at this, home that I'm at. I'm not allowed to go see my friends downtown. And if I do, everywhere I go, I'm being followed. And then, to add on top of it, like, I'm in like the class with like people that like don't even know, like they're, don't even know how to spell. And I'm getting sick of it. I'm being treated like I'm stupid, and I'm over it. I'm done with it.
Well, let's try and thank you so much for speaking up. I know that can be hard to do, but let's try and tackle some of these things and maybe get some of the things. I see great hope for you. So the first thing I think we should talk about here is the community time. I know that Chris a few times has gone downtown alone, and for the safety of the home, I would prefer that he would be able to go out with someone, and then that way we can prevent any sort of harm that could happen. I do know, however, that he does have, it would have to be up to you, the probation officer, so if you'd like to speak on that, if you would be okay with that, or...
Unfortunately, I don't think it's doable. Chris does have a probation order due to possession of cocaine, and it does state that he is not allowed in the downtown core at all.
Natalie, did you want to speak more on that around what you've noticed with Chris in the community?
Yeah, so when we are in the community, I don't see any issues. I know he does feel like, bothered by me obviously being with him all the time. We have talked about why that is the case. We have also talked about maybe some solutions that we can put into place where I kind of go with him downtown and kind of just hang out with him and his friends. So that way he's able to use his community time. Want to share with everyone like what you like doing downtown, what you do downtown?
I just, I want to hang out with my boys, and no, I don't want to deal cocaine. I have no interest in that. That was all my pops, and now he's gone. So that's not even a part of what I am about anymore. I just want to hang out with my boys. Summer's coming up. The honeys are all over the place. I want to meet somebody. I just want to chill. I want to play ball with my friends. I want to be normal.
Yeah. And he's been in the program for 4 months, and we have definitely seen him transition very well and become like accustomed to the expectations and the routines of the program. Which also is something that we talked about, him wanting to be able to do some life skills in the home, like cooking. Unfortunately, because of his past and his instance with weapons, we aren't able to allow him to use knives in the home. So we were kind of trying to talk about like how we can encourage him to, do some life skills in the home and become a little bit more engaged in that part of the program. There's always staff in the kitchen, like everything, all of our sharps are locked up and those kinds of things. So I was thinking also like just starting slow and small, where he's starting off with preparing, the juice or the salad or setting the table, and then starting to cook a few meals, because I know, Chris, you talk about loving to cook all the time.
Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time with my cousin cooking, and that was like our time to shoot the shit, and like he taught me a lot about cooking, and I don't even get to use those skills anymore because I can't even use a butter knife.
Okay, we will definitely get back to that. That's something that we will definitely get back to that. But going back to the community time, I feel comfortable enough to send Natalie. I'll provide funding for Natalie to take Chris downtown. I will pay for that. I really do, though. Obviously, he cannot break his probation, so I do need the permission from you. And from what it sounds like Chris is doing great, and Natalie's only told me great things. So if there's any wiggle room that you can make, or
please, give me a chance, please.
Okay, so I like what I'm hearing, Chris. You seem that you're capable in abiding by the rules. It looks like you have a great team behind you. I will definitely bring it back to my team, and we can figure out from there. However, if you do break the rules that we are suggesting right now in this meeting, or you breach probation, consequences will be made. And also, just like as Sarah said, Natalie will need to go with you to the downtown core.
Yeah, as long as it's Natalie and not anybody else, because you know what, Natalie and I, we're cool.
Yeah,
right. I don't want anybody else from the home, and definitely I don't want none of the other people that live in the home coming with me, because they're geeks. I don't want to be around them, and I don't want my friends even seeing them.
Yeah, Natalie will be your one-to-one.
Natalie will definitely. I'll make the schedule work that way for sure. Are you okay with that as well?
I think that it should be okay, but another suggestion I want to make is that if Chris wants to go back to Toronto, we could also start arranging home visits through CAS so that he can spend some time with his mother, because we would like to integrate Chris gradually going back home, and we know that he needs to repair his relationship first, and that he's been a bit resilient towards that, but that's definitely another thing that CAS can arrange for him to go back home if he wishes. He, of course, doesn't have to, but eventually we're hoping that we get there, and that's also an option. But that seems okay with me as long as Chris is supervised.
What do you think about that, Chris? I know we kind of talked about that, you and your mom, a little bit before.
I wish my cousin was still alive, because I'd rather go live with him. I don't think that my mom really cares too much about me. She just cares about work, and that's about it. That's kind of why I ended up in the situation I ended up in. It's like I did what I could to protect her against my dad, and then she kicks him out and me. I don't know if I'm ready yet to deal with my mother.
Okay.
She couldn't even take the time off work to go to my cousin's funeral. Does that not tell you anything at all?
But are you at least open to arranging visit? Is it something that you can think about?
Or we can get back to that.
We can.
Of course. Yeah.
Why don't y'all just ask my mom, because I don't feel like she wants me anyways.
She does, actually. We've been in very close contact, and she definitely wants to bring you home, but she knows that you probably feel like you're not ready yet, which is totally fine, but we are here to support you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something we want to work towards, because we know that you don't necessarily like being in the group home, but this is the only option that we have for you for now until we can get you to that place.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cooking. You want to cook? Hey, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Natalie, can you just
Yeah.
some snacks for
Some
Chris?
snacks?
Yeah.
You know
I've
what?
been feeling hungry.
I'll like Lucky here. I'm gonna save some Lucky for later.
But on that topic, Chris, you know that from the beginning of the program, safety protocol was that we are not to allow you to use the knives. However, I am willing, with Natalie by your side. She's told me that you've been really, really wanting to cook and that you've cooked your entire life. And because of your probation, I was a little bit skeptical about allowing you to use the knives. But if Natalie wants to speak on that, then for sure.
Yeah, so again, like we've been working closely for the last 4 months, and I haven't really seen any concerning behaviors regarding weapons or aggression or any of those types of behaviors. So I definitely think that we should at least start something where he's able to kind of integrate into the life skill programs, because some of the other peers in the homes are starting to be involved in that part of the program as well. So whether it's starting off with setting the table, making the juice, preparing the salad, and then as we go on, we kind of allow him to, look over the stove kind of, and prepare the meal that way. But
That sounds good for me. I have
Yeah.
one condition. If you start to cook, I want some of the cooking when I come to the house.
I made some bomb ass Polish food.
Well, I'm down. I'm very down. That's awesome. So, moving forward, for school, Chris, did you guys want to speak on that a little bit? Or I know you touched base on it. You feel that you are a little bit more advanced than the class that you're in?
That's a real nice way to put it. Yeah, can I just say, like, I'm done with the short bus. Like, I know, what 1 + 1 is. I know how to spell the basic stuff. I thought I was in school to learn. I feel like I'm in a kindergarten class where it's like coloring time. No offense, but honestly, I feel like I'm like losing brain cells. I don't even get like to have phys ed to play ball because I'm in this class. And I'm like, I need out of it because I'm not learning anything.
So from what I've seen when I do attend school with Chris, I think it's because some of the other students in the class are slower learners. So I think that's where like the issue comes into play, where he feels that he's, his abilities are above or faster than the others in the class, and maybe the teacher can maybe talk a little bit
Jess,
more
would
about
you like
that.
to say something on that?
Yeah, for sure. I'm very impressed with Chris's results, and I think he's ready to be in a mainstream class. For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds
Great.
awesome, Chris.
That's great.
Yeah.
And just for my admin work here, I do need to hear from the psychiatrist, just because the reason why we started Chris in the Section 23 classroom was because we thought it might have been a suitable fit for him. It's connected with the classes. Other peers go there from the home. So if you could just let me know if he could definitely advance.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Jess and Natalie. I think that Chris is a great kid. He's a smart kid as well. In our talks, he has expressed some feelings of a bit of sadness, a bit of anger. So we're just monitoring that, making sure that it doesn't lead into anything more serious like depression, things like that. At the moment, I don't see medication being suitable for him. He's working through some things, but definitely capable to advance out of the classroom. I think he needs he needs to be pushed a little more.
Awesome. Yeah, and it sounds like those things are Natalie can definitely support you in those little milestones. Mainstream classroom, does that
Sounds perfectly fine to me.
yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Like I'm like I actually feel like I'm gonna like be able to like do something with my life. Like that you guys are giving me chances and opportunities.
Awesome.
Thank you. And I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm not saying like I'm gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna try.
We
That's
don't
all we
expect
ask.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, you're fine. Don't worry. See, these things can really work out. Natalie was telling me you were a bit nervous about this meeting, but
Yeah, I just prepared for you guys to like shut me down and tell me that I had to, stay in the class and that I can't cook and that I can't go anywhere.
we just want the best for you, Chris.
Thank you.
There was one more thing that you talked about the peers in the home.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You want to talk about that?
Peers. They're not my friends. Like I have nothing in common with them. They're hicks. They don't. I don't know what to talk to them about. They all have issues that are not even. I can't even relate to them. And I'm expected to, participate in group activities at the home, and it's hard because honestly, like, they're not up to my standard of who I hang out with.
So, Chris and I have talked about, why he doesn't engage in the program sometimes. Sometimes he'll engage in independent time in his room while we're downstairs doing an activity or watching a movie. So I did propose to Chris that maybe we can do like in-house activities as a group and start there, and then maybe move out into the community and do community outings. I know, Chris, you aren't too thrilled about going into the community with the group.
I don't want to be seen with those fools.
How about things like the movies? I could definitely find funding in our program for that. I mean, is that something that you're interested in? Or?
Well, yeah, like at least the movies, it's in the dark. Nobody can see me sitting with those people. So yeah, like I could do movies. Nobody's gonna see me.
And you never know, right? Like when you interact with them in the home and we go out together, you might just find out what you have in common because you're right. You're not allowing yourself to engage with them, and so I think that
Because they're a bit on the basic side, right? Like, I don't know.
they're just not people you're used to.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, time tells all.
Mhm.
Sometimes you don't really realize that you can be friends with people you don't think you'll ever be friends with, and it works out in the end. So I guess we'll just all see, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I can like teach some of them like how to cook or something.
Yeah.
There you go. Or your entrepreneurial skills. When you turn 15 next year, maybe you can figure out a way to start a little business with them, or.
Well, let's not put too much faith into them like that. Like I can
Okay.
I can try and teach them some basics and see if they got any skills.
Okay,
Show them some of your favorite music, songs, your rapping skills, huh?
Yeah.
I know. I'm curious as to what you're listening to right now.
Oh, 50.
Wow. Awesome. Okay,
Nice.
so see, Annalisa, do you feel good about everything we've talked about here? I know that you do have guardianship, so.
I definitely think that Chris is making good progress and that we're going to keep working on supporting him, but I definitely see him being able to go back home soon as long as he stays on top of everything, which he seems to be doing. So.
Awesome. So, Natalie, going forward, you and I will have to look for some mainstream classrooms in the area. There's
Yes,
plenty,
there
so
are.
I'm not too worried about that. And you're going to get back to your team to finalize things. I just need some paperwork to say that he's allowed, just in case we are Natalie and him are downtown, and something I need to have paperwork signing that you said that it's okay. Everything sounds great with you. We'll set up about one last meeting with you, and it seems like he doesn't really need to be seeing the psychiatrist. So, and you're gonna lose a great student, but yes,
for the best.
thank you. Yes, for the best, and we all want to see Chris grow. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming, especially you, Chris. Thank you, and everyone have a good day.
Thank you.
See you.
See you all.